Hello everyone, welcome back to Taste of Trini. I've been craving Mario's Garden Delight pizza for a few days and I decided to make it and share the process and outcome with you. I love veggie pizzas and there's just something special about Mario's. It's what I grew up eating and it's a must-have whenever I visit home. That super thin crust, the fresh veggies, and the signature swirls of ketchup, mustard and pepper is what pizza is to me. Don't get me wrong, I love New York pizza, but you see Mario's, that's a taste of home to me, and that's what I've been craving throughout my pregnancy, the food that I grew up eating. So if you have Trini to Tobago and you're missing Mario's pizza, keep watching as I share my take on it. Here are the ingredients for the dough as well as the toppings. I'm keeping it simple and using the toppings that Mario's usually adds to their Garden Delight pizza, but feel free to add other ingredients like olives, different types of meat, spinach, broccoli, tofu or soya, or whatever you prefer. For the pizza crust, I have some bread flour, but all-purpose flour is fine as well, some yeast, sugar, salt, and olive oil. For the toppings, I have fresh pineapple, corn on the cobs, fresh mushrooms, red chilies, garlic, some colorful sweet peppers, and a red onion. Of course, I'll use cheese as well. I love mozzarella, but feel free to add the cheese or the combination of cheeses that you like. The first step is to knead the dough. To 6 cups of flour, add 1 1/4 tablespoons of yeast, 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of sugar, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Gradually add some warm water and grab the dough to pull it together. Knead for about a minute to form a large dough ball and then transfer it onto a more workable surface and knead for about 5 to 8 minutes until the dough is nice and smooth. So the dough is really soft and nice now, so I'm adding some olive oil inside the bowl and then I'm adding the dough. Add some more oil on top of the dough to keep it soft and to prevent it from drying out. Cover with a moist paper towel and store in a warm area for about 15 minutes. While the dough sits and works its magic, I'll prep the toppings. I like to julienne or thinly slice the onions and sweet peppers, but feel free to do a fine dice like how Mario's does it. For the corn, I like to either roast or boil it before putting it on the pizza. Today I'm just gonna boil it for about 5 minutes and then I'll cut the corn off the cobs. Take a break and check on the dough. This amount actually makes 4 16-inch pizzas, so I'll separate it into 4 layers or dough balls and let it sit again. For the pineapple, I'm just doing a real quick thing. Was that saying, work smart, not hard? If my grandmother were here, she would boil the pineapple skins and add sugar and spices and make it a nice cooling drink. Gosh, that used to go down so good, especially when it was unbearably hot. So now that everything is prepared, it's the fun part. It's time to assemble the pizzas. First, preheat your oven to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you like super thin pizza crust like I do, then you can roll it out with a rolling pin or a baler. Or if you like it thicker, you can simply just spread the dough out with your hands. Here I'm rolling out the dough to a little over 16 inches because it will retract once it bakes. I'm using a tower today because I gave up my pizza stone when I moved, and the tower actually does a really good job. I dusted the tower with some cornmeal to prevent sticking and to help the pizza slide off easily. First, I'm spreading a mixture of minced garlic and olive oil. Then add in some mozzarella cheese, some chicken for Kevin, and all you know he ain't eating no plain veggie pizza. He pan-fried some chicken breast quick and asked me to put it on his pizzas. Sweet peppers and chilies now. Corn, onion, pineapple and mushrooms. Top it off with some more cheese and place it into the oven to bake for 12 to 15 minutes or until it's bubbly and golden brown. And here's the finished pizza. It looks and smells absolutely amazing. Slice it up into 8 or 12 slices and enjoy. Now I'll work on the other pizzas. One thing to note is that if you're using a tower, for the second one the tower is going to be really hot. So just be extra careful of getting burned. And also the dough will cook as soon as it's placed on there, so it could slide off easily. So be really careful. I'm warning you because it happened to me already. The entire pizza slid into the oven while I was putting it to bake. So I'm just telling you my mistakes so you won't make them. Here I'm assembling my veggie pizza. I actually don't like a lot of cheese, so I didn't add too much. I prefer more veggies than cheese. Be careful of loading up a thin crust pizza because it can fall apart and be really messy. You want a good balance of toppings to crust. So you see how this one baked with an air bubble? To prevent that, prick the rolled out dough with a fork before adding the toppings. So now that all my pizzas are finished, I'll slice them up and give them that signature Trini pizza look. Look at the thin and crispy crust. That's how I love pizza. I'm adding the signature swirls of ketchup and mustard and adding my homemade pepper sauce too. Mario's have a rare lashing pepper sauce, but my pepper sauce thankfully did the job. I know not all Trinis like their pizzas this way, but this is the way we enjoy it in my family. This meal made me so happy. I felt like I was sitting in Mid-Center Mall on a Sunday evening munching on some pizza and anxiously awaiting my dessert of Willie's coconut ice cream. Gosh, the good old days. Food has such a great way of keeping memories alive, and I just can't wait to share them all with my little munchkin. To reheat the slices, place it onto a cast iron pan or tower or griddle and toast until warm and crispy, if that's how you like it. You can also place it in the oven under the broiler setting or in a regular toaster oven. If you want the dough to be a little bit on the softer side, you can put it in the microwave for a few seconds. My favorite way is to toast it on the tower. I truly hope that the recipe was easy to follow along and that you enjoyed the video. I always love being here and I absolutely appreciate your feedback and interactions. If you like the video, please give it a big thumbs up, share your thoughts in the comments below, and let me know if you have in Topanga for Mario's Pizza too, or just let me know what your favorite pizza is. And make sure you subscribe to stay updated. I really appreciate you all for being here, and I'm so grateful for your understanding and your kind words throughout this journey. We just have the best internet family ever. Keep well. Until next time. Bye.